Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Silver Lining. Welcome to my channel, and if you have been here before, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the flu as well as the flu vaccine. So this is a very sticky topic. Doctors' offices are getting ready for this flu season, but what are your plans? Can you get the flu from the flu shot? Can you get sick from the flu shot? Those are two different things. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, I want to talk to you about the flu. 3 to 5 million people are severely affected by the flu every year worldwide. It is not the same as the cold. It's also not the same thing as the stomach flu where you're vomiting and diarrhea and diarrhea and diarrhea. Like this video if you thought the stomach flu was the flu. There are very wide spectrums for the flu. But the typical way that the flu looks is somebody who has a fever or a fever that's coming and going, sore throat, severe body aches, ear pain, cough. How do you get the flu? It really depends on two things: how susceptible you are to the flu and the characteristics of the flu. The flu viruses are very smart. There are 3 types of flu viruses: influenza A, B, and C. C is much less common. We rarely even talk about it. It's influenza A and B that give us a big problem. The structure of influenza is quite complex, but let's just talk about 2 of the large proteins and then the several smaller proteins that they have. So when you hear about swine flu, avian flu, things like that, it's usually because those larger proteins morphed on us. The smaller ones are the subtle ones that tend to happen from season to season and catches our immune systems off guard. About the spread, it's spread by sneezing, runny noses, coughing. All of these things in close proximity, the small particles in the air can carry the virus right to you. If you have a coworker that's right next to you and is coughing, sneezing, not actually covering up their cough or doing the dab, you need to tell them to cover that up because you do not need to be sick. The flu can last anywhere from way less than a week, 3 days, all the way to over than 14 days. You're usually exposed within 2 days of having gotten the virus and your symptoms starting. The start of the virus is usually pretty sudden, like you could actually remember the time and the minute and exactly what you were doing when it just hit you. Ways to prevent the flu. You can do one or all of these things. Wash your hands, wear a mask. Well, always wash your hands. You can wear a mask, eat well, sleep well. You can also get the vaccine. How can you feel better from the flu? Well, there's several ways. If it's mild, sometimes just giving it time, resting your body. There's Robitussin, there's some herbals, there's a few different things that can manage your symptoms, but your body actually just has to wait for this virus to work its way out. Another way is by taking antivirals, usually within the first 2 to 3 days. The high risk groups are those who are less than 5 years old, greater than 65 years old, pregnant, healthcare workers, or those who have a chronic disease like asthma, diabetes. Which brings us now to the flu vaccine. Sticky topic. It gets a bad rap. Conspiracy, people getting the flu after getting the shot, people getting sick after getting the shot, people don't want a disease injected in their bodies. However, the flu vaccine, the one particularly given in the shot, is not the flu virus in its entirety. It is not alive, and it's portions of the flu proteins that they use to create the vaccine. Therefore, it is not possible for these small particles that are incomplete to come together and actually create influenza in your body. The mist does use the live flu virus, therefore it is possible to get the flu from the flu mist that goes into your nose. So how does the flu vaccine work? So, like I said, it uses proteins from the virus that is dead, not alive, and the vaccine is injected into your body. And after a couple weeks, your body recognizes this foreign material and creates an immune system against it. When this virus comes into your body again, because your coworker did not cover their mouths when they sneezed that time and you so happen to be taking a deep breath, then your body recognizes as, I know this virus, and takes care of it, and you do not get sick. We can liken that situation to the new iPhone. If the iPhone recognizes your face everything is good. It creates a memory. Imagine that the iPhone takes 2 weeks to actually work. Your face comes back to the phone. It takes care of business. However, if you get exposed to a virus that has morphed or mutated, if your face actually goes under some Botox, a facelift, you change your eye color, or I don't even know how the iPhone technology works, or you're a complete stranger and you get this iPhone and it's different to the virus that was injected in you, your body has no idea what's coming. Your iPhone is not going to recognize your face or this stranger person's face. And it's just going to get overwhelmed. Unless it's a vaccine that maybe was used some years ago and your body so happens to remember it, your body will be succumbed to the illness. You'll get the runny nose, you'll get the fever, etc., etc. Maybe not the best example. The whole point is that your body remembers the vaccine that was given to you, and it takes 2 weeks to work. So those who get the flu within the first 2 weeks of the shot were probably about to get that anyway. The vaccine did not have its time to work. There's another scenario where your phone just can't recognize, like on Snapchat where you just can't get it to recognize your face. That's when the flu vaccine fails. The flu vaccine fails when your body does not create a significant immune response to the vaccine. So those are the people who can still get the flu after getting the flu shot. There's another scenario where you unfortunately get the side effects of the flu, cold or flu-like symptoms. I'm sure you've met people who have gotten sick after the flu shot. I don't doubt that. And doctors, we need to do a good job at telling patients that they can get sick, but it won't be the flu. If you're wondering, why would I get the flu vaccine if I'm gonna get those side effects? First of all, not everybody gets those side effects. And second of all, usually it's way less severe compared to the flu. What happens when you test those people who get sick immediately after getting the shot? They're usually flu negative. We get pandemics when the flu vaccine does not match up well at all. Typical flu, the year-to-year flu that you get, that is usually due to small mutations in the smaller proteins. There is an association that meets up twice a year every year to study the patterns of this flu from years prior to determine a strategic plan to try to outsmart these viruses. But they are very smart, and many times we do not get it completely right, and people get sick anyway. How about the flu vaccine? I know that there are some side effects like myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré. So from the flu vaccine, yes, there are risks involved with it, but you're much more likely to die from the flu than you are with the vaccine. The WHO states that it's used the flu vaccine for over 60 years. So that can make you feel pretty safe, right? But I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in there. If we're changing this vaccine to keep up with the virus every year, how do we know the long-term effects? I don't doubt that this vaccine works. I think it does a great job at working. My only question is, what do we know about the 5-10 year adverse effects? I kind of put it in the category of GMOs. We don't really see an immediate problem, but maybe 10-20 years down the line, we might find something out about it. But right now I have a hang up with that particular point. I actually don't have a position completely for or completely against. I have taken the flu vaccine for many years, never gotten sick from the vaccine, and never gotten the flu at all. So I could say that it worked for me. Again, I am an N of 1. I'm just one statistic. So, we got to look at the greater population. For the most part, the flu vaccine does work for population-based medicine. There has been other times where I have not taken the flu vaccine and managed not to get the flu. But those who say, I don't need the vaccine, I've never gotten the flu, would you not wear your seatbelt because you never got in a car accident? It's the same idea. This is all about preventive medicine and public health. And to those who say that, well, my family, we're pretty good. We're healthy, we don't get sick, we're pretty strong in our immune system. You might be able to fight it a little bit better than those who are not eating well and not as healthy. However, there's that virus piece. Remember, it's susceptibility and the actual characteristics of the virus. if you and your healthy family have never seen this virus or anything close to it, you and your family might get really sick. Alright, so the power is now in your hands. What are you going to do this year for the flu season? Comment below and let me know if you plan on getting the vaccine, what type of nutritional changes maybe you'll make, what are you going to do to your sleep schedule. Like this video if you learned something new or you just appreciated the information or the refresher. Comment below if you've got any questions, suggestions. Go ahead and subscribe for weekly videos. And also hit that little bell. I just learned that you might not get my notifications even if you're subscribed if you don't hit the bell. So hit that bell. Signing out, medically yours, Dr. C. Bye guys.